I just got fired because of the last 2 videos on the immigration thing that I talked about. I just got fired.
When this TikTok came across my feed, it reminded me how many people really do not understand employer and employee work rights. A lot of people believe a lot of things that aren't true. Employees definitely don't have as many rights as they think they do.
Well, technically I quit because I was only casual staff, but yeah, I got fired. I got sent the notification of investigation and all that kind of stuff, or allegations, you know, and all that kind of stuff.
The next few words out of her mouth proved to me that she really had no idea why she had gotten fired. Or she'd certainly been told why she'd gotten fired, but she didn't understand why her employers were justified to fire her for the reasons that they had told her she had been fired for.
Nice to understand the business perspective. Do I think it's fair? No, because I have not mentioned anything to do with the school itself. I did not identify or represent my school.
And without having any context or background, I still get the gist that she's posted on social media, talked about immigration, mentioned working at a school. I'm thinking to myself straight away, I guess that you broke a social media policy. But she starts talking about freedom of speech. We don't have freedom of speech in Australia. Freedom of speech wouldn't negate any contract you signed in your workplace, and most workplaces make people sign a social media policy. The problem is this lady isn't the only one that thinks wrongly. I went straight to a comment section to get a bit more context, and straight away across a lot of comments from people who also believed we had rights as employees that we absolutely do not have. People were very quick to tell this lady to sue, go for unfair dismissal. Firstly, you have to be able to prove that it's unfair dismissal, and you can't sue for a whole bunch of money. I think there's been a lot of misunderstanding there, and that's the problem. People don't check their facts. People just believe what they hear. Everyone thinks it's right.
The allegation, racism was part of the allegation. That is so true. That is true.
But does this not promote that same bad behavior now? Like, does it not promote, hey, yeah, we want you to come here and do it illegally at our school?
Well, there you have it. She literally just told us and her boyfriend exactly why she deserved to get fired. Obviously, she's talked about something involving the school. You're going to presume it's something illegal. She can't talk about just having freedom of speech and it not affecting the school, because straight away I can see why the school has fired her, because whatever she has said has misrepresented the school or made them look bad. The fact that her boyfriend's first words were, by firing you, doesn't that just make the school look bad? Like they're complicit? And even inferring that your school might be involved in something bad or turning a blind eye in something bad. Of course you got fired.
Because it's our money.
Yeah. Technically, legally speaking, the business itself isn't doing anything illegal, but the message itself can be promoting. Yes, the outcome of the discipline here is me walking away from it for my misconduct to protect the business.
After getting to the end of the video and hearing her whole explanation properly, the comment section is even stranger than I first thought. The fact that so many people have heard the exact same story but with a lot more context, imagining that they saw the videos that she got fired for. Amazing that so many people think she has a right to go for unfair dismissal. Somebody said she should fall under the whistleblower law, which no, obviously that person doesn't understand the whistleblower law. The whistleblower law doesn't mean you can just get online and accuse your business or company of doing things illegally and call that whistleblowing. No, if you're going to be a whistleblower and you see something wrong, then you need to go and report it to the proper authorities. So if she has seen something bad, or she really had the responsibility to report whatever she saw. I'm just going off the context of this video. I do plan to watch the other videos, but it just surprises me how many people believe the same myths about their employee rights. How many people really don't understand the policies that they are signing at work? Most people would be signing a social media policy, and obviously people do not understand what they are signing. People think freedom of speech saves them from the social media policy that they signed at work. Quick Google for people would tell them all this anyway, but I do know exactly why so many people think the wrong things. Because nobody checks the information, nobody reads anything, nobody researches. If you tell people you've Googled it, they tend to roll their eyes and go, oh, Google wouldn't be right. And I just think, how would you know? You never Google anything. How on earth would you know if you can find the right information on Google or not if you have never researched? People are just happy to believe what other people who have also not researched, whatever they tell them. We end up with a whole bunch of people in Australia believing we have freedom of speech laws when we don't. And who else thought you couldn't be fired for stating your opinion online? Let me know in the comments section below what you think about all of this. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.